Hello and welcome back to the investigation of the disappearance of Freddy. This is episode 6. In the last episode, we found out that Freddy did go to Los Angeles. And now we talk with a medical doctor who has asked that his identity be kept secret so that he isn't found. For this purpose, we will be using an actor for his voice. Thank you for your appreciation of this, and please enjoy this episode. So, thank you for attending the interview. It was a pleasure. So, what we wanted to ask you was, is there any way of, getting some sort of information on any, what it means on patients that have been admitted into the hospital that you work in, you haven't recorded their names? Yes. Well, here's the thing. How do I put this? I had this system, and when I began working at this job, I realized that that a lot of the time when people come in, they're not able to respond to you. They may be in a deadly position and may be very close to their death. And while they may not die, there's the fact that they might die, and you want to make sure that if someone comes along, if let's say the police come along and they say, well, we're looking for this person, or a family member comes along, or someone comes along, you want to be able to say, yes, well, we're able to keep records of this. Now, the problem is when the person is not conscious, and the problem, sometimes obviously you can get from people's possessions, but sometimes it can be a bit complicated. For example, one time a man came in, he was unconscious, he needed to be operated on. It was very deadly, he actually passed away. And one of the problems was, we didn't know who he was. We didn't know who he was at all. So the issue we had was this, that we found his wallet, and in his wallet was a card. And people just assumed, well, it must be him. But I was trying to point out that no, that doesn't mean it was him. That means he got a card from this person, and this person, we don't know if that was the case. So, basically, this isn't what the hospital does. But what I do is I keep a sample of DNA, and I put that in an area, and I save it up. So I mark that as a particular, as patient such and such, and I give the patient's numbers. So although I don't know if that's if that's the case, maybe, but I do have quite a vast collection of DNA which I have actually uploaded to a system. I do have to pay a bit for it, but hopefully it'll come back at some point. Yes, because we have an issue, and one of the issues is we're trying to trace this man, and we believe he doesn't appear to be found. He doesn't appear to be able to be found in the city, and we just said, well, we wanted to sort of check. Was he admitted to hospital? Yes. Now I will say, if he has passed away, we do get a bit of cases. Quite a few cases are generally, you may. So you do have a piece of DNA? Yes, I do have a piece of DNA that I can give you. So this is This is something which I'd like to ask you though. If we have can track him down, does that mean that's definite, or does that mean anything? Well, yes. If it can match up with the system, it's probably definite. I'm not really qualified to talk about DNA in that format. I I didn't. I started general practicing, but I mean, I would say yes. It just, it would probably come up most of the time. Yeah. Well, thank you, and we're going to take a break with the podcast for just however long it takes for you to get the results back. Thank you. Okay, and the results are back. We're back again talking with the doctor. Unfortunately, once again, he does want to keep his identity private, so we are using an actor for the voice recordings. So what exactly what exactly were the DNA results? Well, I got the DNA results back, and from the ones that I personally have seen, there is a match with a patient. I have matched it with the patient records, and the patient did leave the facility. Just about maybe 3 years ago, they left the facility, and they went off, and we asked them, just in case. We just in case we pull up a test, or we get results that are, or we find that something wasn't very accurate, or we found something was wrong with our measurements. What exactly where. Well, we are running to the end of the podcast episode, so we'll continue this interview in the next podcast episode. You can tune in then. It'll be coming up in the next couple of days. So anyway, thank you for talking with us. And once again, thank you for listening to the program. Thank you for listening to this episode of The Crimes. The Crimes is a Smithco original fiction podcast based around true crime podcasts. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of The Crimes, and more episodes of The Crimes are available on the Smithco YouTube channel. Other content is also available on the Smithco YouTube channel, and please subscribe to said channel. Thank you for listening.